a risky playstyle decision. So you can see the team's flags represented there, and I'm really excited to see who ends up coming out ahead here. We have actually jumped into the match, so Legends Never Die versus Northern Gaming Blue, Ret Hunter Shaman versus Rogue Mage Druid.
Yep, they have started with that Shaman, so that brings a little bit more stability. I think the Priest might be something that they bring out if they're falling behind, but it's the Rogue Mage Druid on the other side.
He's actually playing Beast Mastery, so this Hunter is going to be doing a lot of burst. We can see an opening attack by Northern Gaming Blue over onto McWeedy, the Ret Paladin. How much more damage can they follow up here? Doesn't look like too much just yet. Now down to half HP. He's actually deciding to pop his own Avenging Wrath. He wants to counter pressure. If he can build some momentum, maybe they could swing this back. Here comes Seraph's cooldowns now as well. They're going after Raikou, but Minpoike is healing through this so easily, and McWeedy's still in trouble.
Yeah, I completely agree. But Minpoike did trade out his Trinket, he traded the NS and the Ironbark, completely respecting the wings from McWeedy. And now he gets an excellent low Cyclone onto McWeedy as well. So that's going to pause his health at 50%, but a well-timed Aura Mastery heal from Rana is going to top him off. The Smoke Bomb now coming out from Waz, though. They're trying to get offensive onto McWeedy. Maybe they can force this bubble.
Yeah, that's definitely what they're looking for after getting Rana's Trinket. Our Stone Form, I believe, actually, maybe was used there by Rana. The Ret Hunter Shaman has stabilized for now, but they're waiting for their offensive cooldown. So that Murder of Crows, the crow icon next to Seraph's frame in the bottom, they're waiting for that cooldown. That's the most important for their burst. Raikou getting attacked for now. They're looking to try and chain a CC on Minpoike, but they don't chain it together. Killing spree out from Waz was just immediately bopped by McWeedy, so he stopped so much damage instantly with that cooldown. Minpoike saw it coming, though. He's already got him cloned up. That will deny any healing as they make a swap now over onto the Hunter. Rana already timing some heals. He was completely aware of that swap, keeping his entire team topped off. And I mean, Legends Never Die. They could maybe try and take this to dampening if they play more defensively.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're too interested in that right now, though. They're kind of pushing in on Raikou. I think it's interesting they're choosing Raikou. I can completely understand it as we do see the BM pop. They might get the first block here. He's able to pick away. Is he just going to go down? He was about 3% there. They're going to swap it over onto Poike. He doesn't have his Trinket available. The Bark Skin comes out. There's no real offensive cooldowns on the side of Legends Never Die, but they don't seem to care. Raikou comes out of his block. He's spell stealing desperately to try to stay alive. They're getting the counter go. The Deep Freeze onto the Hunter, but they're unable to land CC on the Shaman. Excellent positioning from Rana to stay in the orb, avoiding all sheeps.
That was the perfect time for Legends Never Die to get that many cooldowns out of Northern Gaming Blue. McWeedy's Avenging Wrath is coming up in 10 seconds. It's basically a 10-second countdown to death as long as they can stay alive for it. Minpoike doesn't really have any answers. There's the full stun of Minpoike. They're going right after Raikou. This could easily be his second block. They're trying to hold on to the Avenging Wrath. No, immediately going for it, trying to burst Raikou down. Unfortunately, he is getting crowd controlled now on it. He will not be able to follow up any more damage. I believe Waz actually ended up eating a trap, so this attack by Legends Never Die was kind of failed. They definitely misplayed there and dropped a huge opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened to the Wyvern from the Hunter there, but it didn't land on Minpoike. I don't know if he was able to meld it or something like that. It's certainly a mistake on Legends Never Die to not get at least a nice block from Raikou there. That's going to really set them behind. That was the wings from McWeedy, but we see the Crows, we see the BM up from Sonorif now. He's trying to get these cooldowns onto Raikou, but the Ironbark just traded out 1 minute cooldown for 1 minute cooldown. Intelligent by Minpoike, but like we said, they do have the opportunity perhaps to play this for dampening. Minpoike is already at 30% mana and he's struggling to top off Raikou.
Yeah, Minpoike could run out of mana. Like I said, if they want to play for that dampening style, they definitely can. Raikou is kind of alone right now. Waz not really supporting him, now gouging up the Hunter to stop any more damage. Minpoike finally leaving that CC, just trades out the Nature Swiftness that will instantly top Raikou off as they lead in for an attack now onto the Ret Paladin once again. They're just staying on top of this Ret Paladin the entire game. He's just unable to get aggressive. He really wants to. And now he's completely alone. He was able to sack Rana out of a Polymorph, but they followed up with another Polymorph. They're just keeping McWeedy completely isolated. They're looking to try and get his bubble. Will they have enough CC to do it? And Poike is in a Wyvern, so he can't follow up with any Cyclones. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to force the bubble.
Yeah, and I just think Legends Never Die. I mean, they're not dying. Maybe they are the Legends that we need if we're going to take down NG Blue here. They haven't used the bubble yet. Rana was able to sit through. Raikou dropping so low now. He's trying to hold on to the block. He does have to block in the end, though. Minpoike doesn't have his Trinket either. And that was the BM Crows coming out of the Hunter, and they're swapping over into Minpoike. He doesn't have... there's no offensive cooldowns on the side of Legends Never Die, so he shouldn't die here, but they don't really have anything left.
We are now in a situation that we had earlier where Legends Never Die have an opportunity to win. They can kill Raikou. They can kill Minpoike. They just need to be alive to do it. So as long as Rana trades out his trinket and Spirit Link on their next push, they should be able to take the game. They need to be aware of it. They need to push. They can definitely win here. They're going for it onto Raikou. They need some CC on Minpoike. Will they be able to find it is the question. Looks like Waz is trying to slow down the attack with a gouge into a full kidney shot. They need to prevent the Hunter from getting crowd control. It doesn't look like he's able to get it. This opportunity, they're losing a huge opportunity. Ice Block is now coming up in 1 second. Waz dropping down a defensive smoke bomb, trying to hold on to Raiku's Ice Block, I guess, and it's an interesting play, but I think he might have to block regardless. There's just so much damage coming out. Minpoike struggling to heal. He gets a nice big heal there to top off Raikou. Actually trades his trinket as well. He wants to get aggressive. Full clone onto Seraph. Seraph actually decides to trinket out. He smells blood in the water, just wants to go for Raiku's final block. Will they be able to force it? Waz continually denying it with these gouges. He stopped so much damage this game, but finally able to connect onto Raikou. He's desperately trying to line of sight. The full stun comes out. Minpoike has no trinket. Raikou blocking at 14%, barely staying alive, and now basically has nothing.
Yeah, I completely agree. Minpoike used his trinket in that exchange as well, and Raikou actually got locked on Frost, which almost killed him before the block, but he was able to get it off on about 10%. They have no cooldowns for a good minute and a half, and the Wings is going to be up during that time. It's up in 50 seconds, so even if they don't get the kill in the near future, they're certainly miles ahead in this game. Raikou is just, they can't top him off. There's so much damage. Minpoike's mana is low. They need to be offensive right now. They get the Cyclone onto the Hunter. There's no trinket for that, so they're safe for a little bit. Raikou going to be able to be topped off, but if they can't get this kill here, he doesn't have bubble.
Oh, no.
They do have the trinket link available.
Oh, they're going to trade out the Trinket Link. I like this response. Just use your cooldowns. You're so far ahead. They just need to make one good push to be able to end this. They've got Minpoike in some CC. They follow it with a stun, but Raiku's just kiting them. They're just unable to attack, and Seraph would really like to get that Murder of Crows up right now. Is he going to be able to find a target? Doesn't look like he can just yet, and now he used Bestial Wrath without Murder of Crows. Usually you use those cooldowns together. Now they're kind of delayed because of Raiku's kiting. Raikou did an amazing job. Now they're actually swapping onto Rana. McWeedy needs to save him. He trinkets out, gets the bop, connects the Spirit Link. They are running low on cooldown, so now at this point, it's anyone's match.
Yeah, I really feel like Legends Never Die are struggling a little bit. They're so far ahead, they just can't finalize the kill. Wings are now available, but Minpoike's trinket's up in 20 seconds. They need to get the kill before that happens. Waz actually wasted his blind in that exchange as well. He did a triple DR blind onto the Hunter, so he's not even going to have that peel available. Here's the Hodge. This needs to be the game. They have to kill Raikou. A preemptive Iron Bark from Minpoike. Can they follow it up? They get the Wyvern. Can they get the trap off there? Raiku's just kiting like a god right now. He's showing up huge for his team. Icy Vein Sheep's trying to peel as much as he can. He actually survived that perfectly. No damage coming out from McQueedy's Wings.
Yeah, McQueedy's just been shut down every time. He's had an opportunity to win this game at least 3 times, but NG Blue just won't let him finish the game. Rana needs to top off McQueedy, connecting a nice big heal there. Thankfully wasn't interrupted. Raikou had counterspell. That would have been just the end of the game, I think, if he had landed that. Now Raikou is in trouble. Murder of Crows is up. Seraph is looking to finish him off. So much damage. Following it up onto Raikou. He's been kiting so well this game. He does not want to go down. He's trying to cross the map. Minpoike is trying to stay up as they make a swap over onto Rana. Waz going for his killing spree, trying to counter pressure at the same time. Both Raikou and Rana almost near death at this point. Waz following up now with a Silas. Minpoike just spamming his heals out, trying to keep Raikou going, trying to keep them aggressive, but they don't get the kill onto Rana just yet. Maybe they can though. Waz is just crazy with this amount of damage.
Yeah, but he needs to be careful. He's not really peeling for his team right now. Raiku's just doing such a good job of staying alive anyways. They get the Cyclone and the Sheep onto the DPS of Legends Never Die. And that allows him to train down Rana. The full kidney shot. He's going to go down. 2 seconds left on that kidney. That was overkill for NG Blue, and they look pretty confident, though that was quite a close game.
I can't believe that NG Blue stayed alive. There were at least 3 very clear moments where they should have lost the game, and Legends Never Die just couldn't finish the match. Yep. So definitely Legends Never Die. If they want to improve off of that match, they need to learn how. They need to just improve on executing it, chase them down, and use their CC on other targets. But we can see the score right now currently is Northern Gaming Blue up 1 in this best of 5 to Legends Never Die, and the map pick, of course, is now in favor of Legends Never Die. And they did end up picking Runes of Lordaeron, so a very risky pick for Legends Never Die. This could mean that they're going to go all in. They are positioned very far back in the room. They've got a flare set up on the door, so if anyone walks through that door, they will get pulled out of stealth. Really good defensive positioning with the room, and it seems like Northern Gaming Blue just say, you know what, if you're going to turtle all day, whatever, man, we're just going to wait.
Yep, this is kind of the traditional game of chicken here. We have Legends Never Die, they will never leave the room. Or NG Blue, will they ever enter the room? So it's kind of like the first team to snap here, or to get frustrated, or to be maybe the team that thinks they have a higher chance in dampening One of the things that Legends Never Die will be doing in the start room is building up this BM stacks on the ped of Referon, who of course is the hunter on Legends Never Die, and that should help them to have a little bit more damage on their initial go. A nice preemptive bop from McGreedy should shut down a lot of the damage coming out from NG Blue, but he's still dropping so low. He's going to have to use his first deterrent. Good reaction from him. They do get the Hodge onto Minpoike into the full trap. Was almost able to eat that. That's going to be the trinket from Minpoike traded out for those wings.
Yeah, and Minpoike's just been always trading that cooldown for Avenging Wrath. It's the highest point of damage, so it's a smart trade. Minpoike playing this game very textbook, going for some clones on Seraph, trying to stall out some damage, but Seraph held on to his Murder of Crows, so he has some big burst. As long as he can stay alive, this next setup could be pretty big. He's gotten to a kidney shot. He actually just decides to trinket and deterrence out to deny Waz's Shadow Reflection damage, so interesting decision. He actually gets kidneyed by the Shadow Reflection. Unfortunate timing for Seraph. He's just taking so much damage. Rana forced to trinket out now. He needs to connect some healing. There's so much damage out from Waz. How is he going to keep him going? Rana barely getting some cast here, finally topping him off. Now they need to go, get some damage onto Raikou. Here comes the Murder of Crows. Raikou needs to be careful. If the barrage connects here, they're just going to trade a block. He doesn't want to risk any burst there from Seraph.
Yeah, I think that was kind of greedy on the side of Legends Never Die. I would have liked to see Rana just trade out that Trinket Link instantly. We'll see if they can punish it though. McGreedy still has breaks, so they do still have cooldowns to answer this. On the other side, one block is down from Raikou, Trinket down from Minpoike, of course, used at the same time as that Wings. The thing is about this map, it's a small map. Minpoike is playing pretty much on top of the team. I'd love to see them try and swap him with one of these BMs, but they're just not going for it. They're always going for Raikou. Not sure if I agree with this. Legends Never Die certainly looking like they're behind this game.
Rana trading out a Spirit Link there to keep his team aggressive. I'm not sure if it was absolutely needed. So now Rana is only running with one Spirit Link and no Trinket. And McWeedy has no Trinket, so he won't be able to assist his healer if NG Blue properly crowd control everyone here. They're starting with some Polymorphs. Nice Dispel from Rana. That's going to slow down the attack a little bit, but they're actually just going to lead in with a blind. The entire team crowd controlled right now, and Legends Never Die. Seraph is completely alone. How is he going to deal with the pressure? He needs to start kiting, but he's just stun locked. He can't move his character. Seraph taking so much pressure now. Raikou looking to finish him off, barely getting into the Spirit Link. They dropped the ball there with CC. I think McWeedy was able to interrupt it, and as well as Seraph. Now they can get aggressive onto Raikou here with the Murder Crows. They're looking for a Wyvern Sting. Will Minpoike meld it? He melds the Wyvern Sting. Great play from Minpoike, but they follow up with a trap. Well done from Seraph, following up the CC, and now Raikou forced to use a second block, and suddenly still, it's kind of a tied match.
Yeah, NG Blue kind of did drop the ball there. I completely agree. We almost forgot about Blind. I think it was the first one of the game, but they weren't able to follow it up. The link comes out from Rana. No sacrifices even needed there on McCready, I believe. He does have another one in 20 seconds. He has his Trinket. Insta-Trinket bop from him. I love that reaction. We talked about the reactive plays. His reactions are incredibly fast. He's going to get caught in the sheep for that, though. Rana unable to dispel it until he gets out of Cyclone. He does get out now, able to get that dispel. And now everyone is free on Legends Never Die. They need to get offensive onto Raikou, but Minpoike, the great player he is, he recognizes it instantly with that Iron Bark.
But he did use the Iron Bark before Murder of Crows, so this is a cooldown that Minpoike usually likes to match, and now it won't be available, so he's relying 100% on his Nature Swiftness heal to keep Raikou alive. He trades his Trinket before the Avenging Wrath now as well. Raikou's in a lot of trouble. They're trying to get some counter pressure on Seraph. They have good crowd control on McWeedy, good crowd control on Rana. Seraph is now on the run. He needs to get out of line of sight. What is he doing? He's insane! Just staying in the face of NG Blue there. He is going to trade out that deterrence now to stay alive in this match. They're going for the kill onto Raikou. This could easily just be the end of the match if Raikou does not get out of here. He's doing a good job kiting so far. Waz trying to peel off McWeedy, but they freed him after him. Raikou could go down. He blinks back to the center of the map. He needs to keep getting away. Minpoike connects that NS, and once again, Raikou just kiting amazingly well to stay alive in those situations.
Yeah, the CC chain there was actually very good from Legends Never Die, but they didn't have the offensive cooldowns to finish off the game. The Wings still could not have cooldown for another 30 seconds, and Raikou's going to have a block to match that. So NG Blue sitting pretty well right now. Rana on the other side does still have a Trinket available, so both teams shouldn't die in the near future, but neither team is certainly anywhere near full cooldowns.
Yeah, and we can see Waz setting up a kill here. Rana caught into a blind. I'd like to see him Trinket. Yes, just decides to Trinket. They want to push. They're trying to look to force Raikou into a block. They should be able to get it, I think. No, Waz just peeling everybody once again. Waz taking complete control of Legends Never Die. They're going to follow up with another Wyvern Sting, but it's half the yard. It's not enough. We see McWeedy caught into a bash, and Poike looking to follow that up with a Cyclone. Actually switches the clone onto Rana. I don't think Rana was expecting that. Kind of let that go off for free, and now Seraph is completely alone. How is he going to deal with the situation? He's actually just going for a kill onto Raikou instead. Says, you know what? I can die. You can die. I'm racing at this point. And Raikou needs to be careful. He doesn't block. Down goes Raikou, and Legends Never Die. The New Blood are going to tie this series up 1-1.
You need to be so careful when you drop into execute range against BM Hunters. It does so much damage to execute. Of course, this is something we said, you don't see the BM Hunter too often, so the side of their Avenging Wrath, so it does mean that they can, like, Raiku's not always topped even with a Druid, and Druids do a lot of healing. So maybe if he swaps to the Paladin, they'll struggle that way a little bit. I mean, honestly, they've chosen a pretty neutral map here. I wouldn't be surprised to stick with the RMD. They are sticking with the RMD. We're into the game. Legends never die. 1-1 against NG Blue.
Yeah, we can see Waz looking to get a sap. Saps up Rana, so he will be crowd controlled. They're going to go after McWeedy once again, actually using their deep freeze on the Hunter to follow it with the polymorph. Not usually the typical start of CC for the mage, but he saw there was already CC on Rana, so he wanted to use it, make sure that it's rotating off cooldown. But McWeedy taking a bit of damage now. Rana should be able to save him pretty quickly here. And he does top him off very easily. We see a full stun of Minpoike. Seraph needs to follow this up with some crowd control. He's looking for a trap, connects that full trap, but Raikou is just already on the other side of the map, completely out of line of sight of his opponents. Really good kiting out from Raikou throughout this entire series.
Yep, I agree with that, and certainly this bigger map just enables him to do that slightly better. He's not getting topped off though. Minpoike wants to hold on to his NS. He doesn't want to have to use all his cooldowns on this Wings. I mean, he did definitely respect it. He trinketed out of the trap. He pressed Iron back instantly. So good cooldowns traded out, but he is able to hold on to his NS. So that's definitely going to be good for them going into the next go. The Hunter used his BM Crows there, so they really did push for that ice block onto Raikou, and they weren't able to get it.
Yeah, they really want that ice block with the Avenging Wrath. Right now, they're looking to try and get it again, but Raikou just always running away. He might be line of sighting Minpoike a little bit here. No, he does run back to him now, and he's actually playing that binding shot, so Seraph has an extra stun. He was able to land a trap on Minpoike and keep Raikou on the run, but if Raikou is just always running, he's never attacking, so this is still looking pretty decent for Legends Never Die. NG Blue looking to engage and attack right now. Waz committing a lot of cooldowns aggressively, but not any follow-up just yet. Raikou looking for a sheep. Will he get it? No, he does not, so NG Blue gets shut down on that attack, and now Legends Never Die. They have free time to push.
Yeah, I agree, and this game for NG Blue has been going pretty okay defensively. No blocks have been used by Raikou, but offensively they haven't really forced anything. And Minpoike actually gets locked on the Cyclone. This is going to be a block, surely. There was no NS available. No way you hold on to that cooldown after just dying in the previous game. There's going to be the snap as well, so reset that cooldown, try and get his third ice block coming off cooldown ASAP. He will have one ice block available, but they forced that without really committing anything.
Yeah, Legends Never Die, though. As soon as they got that block, they switched on Waz, and they got an evasion out of Waz. So they got 2 for 1 on cooldown. So it was really well done from Legends Never Die. They need to deflect another attack, and it looks like NG Blue are just not coordinated. That was a good opportunity to get some crowd control, but they didn't have everyone CC'd, so they lost an opportunity, and they're going to fall behind now because of it. They're trying to start another chain. They get the full polymorph on Rana. McWeedy has sacrificed. I'd really like to see him use it, but he's caught into a stun. Maybe he just wants to bop it off. It seems like he's being kind of greedy. He's getting away with it for now, deciding to sacrifice out that half poly. Rana deciding to trinket the blind. How do you feel about that? Do you think it should have been bopped instead?
I would have liked to see the bop. I mean, he has 2 available. He hasn't used any yet, but Rana, clearly, it shouldn't matter too much. They still have a lot of cooldowns available, but only 1 sacrifice for Rana, and of course, that was his trinket. So in the next Deep Sheeps, there's only going to be 1 more removal on the side of Legends Never Die, as we see Raikou taking so much damage. That was a massive chunk, a good 100k at least.
He's not out of the woods.
He's not blocking again. He's down to 20%.
Are you kidding?
He had to block. I think the execute came out. If that had crit, that could have been game in favor of Legends Never Die.
It's still looking so good for Legends Never Die. NG Blue, they need to clean up their game. They need to get this triple CC that their composition is built to do. If they don't get it, it's not looking good. Raikou building up some icicles like we were talking before, so he's got a lot of damage available, but he's now going to be forced on the run. Minpoike into the full trap, has trinket available, decides to trade it out as there are no more ice blocks remaining, goes for a clone, gets interrupted on the Cyclone. Legends Never Die. They need to push, push, push. They can end this game. They've got so much momentum. They have so many cooldowns to just run into NG Blue's face. They need to go, go, go.
Yeah, Minpoike has nothing left. The trinket was used there, the Ironbark was used there, and he's not going to have anything really for the next Wings coming out of McGreedy, and Raikou's block shouldn't be up quite in time either, so that Wings could definitely be a kill opportunity. Of course, they have the BM Crows, which they are now popping now. The Hodge onto Minpoike, they got the lock on him before that, and Waz eats the trap. What a play from Waz. If that trap lands onto Minpoike, Raikou dies.
Yep, and now Minpoike will be able to save him. Clutch play from Waz, seeing that trap coming and moving over to eat it. Really well done. Now they should be able to set up an attack maybe here. It seems like Raikou just constantly running. He's done, I don't know how many laps of this arena so far, but he's basically a NASCAR. We can see a bit of damage here onto McWeedy, but no CC. And this, as RMD, you need CC. You need it at least on 1 player to be able to end the game. It looks like they're swapping onto Seraph. I like this. They've caught him in the smoke bomb. He's way out of position. Nobody can save him, and Seraph will go down. Nice pickoff by NG Blue. Seeing that one opportunity. That was basically the only target they could have killed, and they saw it, they took it, they committed it, and they punished punished him. Really well done. They were behind the entire match and found that Northern Gaming Blue. Easy win. They're going to take this series, no problem. But Legends Never Die are putting up such a good fight. And I mean, I almost feel bad for them because they've been dominating, but they just can't find the last moment. And we are going to jump into game number 4 here on Dalaran Sewers. And they made the swap. And Poike Paladin, Zuniaki on Shadow Priest.
Yeah, this is what we wanted. We knew the small map was going to come out from Legends Never Die, and of course NG Blue know that as well when they make their comp choice. I wanted to see the Shadow. I'd love to see how they do, and Referent instantly taking so much damage. He's down to 20%, he Shadow melts. Greedy play, but a beautiful one, able to hold on to those deterrences. Zuniaki now taking a bit of damage. Minpoike's wings are up to trade out for McGuidi's, and McGuidi's taking a lot of damage, uses that wall. Are they going to get to the step? He's so low, 5% HP, he uses the dispersion, almost going down there. The trap on to Minpoike. He's had to use his trinket as well. The Hodge, he has to bubble. This is going so wrong for NG Blue. They have nothing left already.
This is so good for Legends Never Die. They just need to deal with this attack. McWeedy's going to trade out that bubble. As long as they get a good crowd control chain on Minpoike, Zuniaki's just going to flop like a fish. They just need to get in there, get their hands dirty, and finish him off. They've got a clear route to victory killing Zuniaki right now. They've landed the trap. Now they need to connect. Go stop that Master Spell. Great job. They stopped the Master Spell, and now Zuni is just going to go down. There's too much damage to handle it, and Legends Never Die completely destroy Northern Gaming Blue.
I did not see that coming. I mean, I don't know what we're in.
So, definitely think if he's Beastmaster, they should be playing the Shatter again. If he locks in Survival, Survival is a lot less burst. Definitely going to go with the RMD, and that's what they decided to do. So they saw Survival, they decided to go with the Rogue Mage Druid. This is an exciting torch. There we go, jumping into the game now. Waz moving forward very quickly, catching Rana into a sap. Similar opener as we've seen constantly by NG Blue. How much pressure are they going to get is the question. McWeedy down to... He's dead! What?
Wow, 3% HP, that's a great way to start off this game. If they had gone down there, that would have been awful. Such a bad way to end the series. Fortunately, he does bubble. So we'll see Raikou, they're happy with that cooldown. They're able to get it. They get the NS out of Minpoike, but Raikou just kiting away as he has been doing all series long when he's been playing this matchup. I think the fact that they played the Shadow last game has definitely given them an advantage in this game. I think the Survival it's more annoying to play against, but it might be less devastating. This, of course, is the final game of the series. Whoever loses this game is out of the tournament, so give them your energy. We do see the blind coming out from Waz, but the trap onto Minpoike means no Cyclone's able to come out. The Bop late. Actually, overlap with the Trinket, so a huge overlap on the side of Legends Never Die, using Bop and Trinket on that blind.
I can't believe this. McWeedy is going to go down, I think. This is looking so stressful for Rana to deal with. He gets in there. He gets that Spirit Link totem down to save him. Now they're going. They're trying to push onto Raikou, but Waz is just there to stop it. That kidney shot will prevent really a lot of damage here onto Raikou. And Poike needs to start connecting some heals. He's going for those casted regrowths. Here comes the Murder Crows out from Reference, so he's trying to get some big pressure on Raikou. And Poike is looking to try and get some Cyclones, but he's not really able to get them just yet here. Raikou still with 2 blocks. And Poike with his Iron Bark. They have a lot of defensive cooldowns, and he preemptively got that Iron Bark up. Nice play from Minpoike.
Yep, I completely agree, and they're going to get the block regardless. I'm not sure he had to go for that one, especially since he's playing the Survival. The damage is a bit slower, but Raikou feeling the need in this high-pressure situation to just use that block. I respect that completely, and now they're going to be offensive. Of course, Legends Never Die have used a lot of their cooldowns. They don't really have too many answers. They get the Cyclone onto McCready. Do they have any follow-up onto Rana? They land the sheep, but he's able to sacrifice it out of the Cyclone. Nice play from McCready, also using that NS on himself to keep him topped off. We'll see if they can get any CC onto Minpoike. He meld restuffs, but I think he walked into an old trap, or maybe Refren was all over that and got the trap anyways. That's the second block from Raikou, and suddenly Legends Never Die take the lead.
I can't believe this, man. This game is so back and forth. Legends Never Die, not with a definitive way here. They've got about 10 seconds. This next Avenging Wrath, they have to end the game, but they're caught in stuns. He should just trinket this, 100%. He trinkets it late. It could just be too late. He bops the killing spree. Will that be enough to survive? He spell steals the bop off, and now McWeedy is completely alone with nothing to save him. He needs to survive. How is he going to do it? He won't be able to do it. They had the game, but he just sat through that kidney shot 1 second too long. He needed that quick reaction that he had earlier, and he just didn't have it, and they are going to end up going down. Northern Gaming Blue advance.
We talked about the pressure these players are under in this final game. This was the first time we saw Legends Never Die make a significant offensive mistake. We've seen a few questionable offensive decisions, but they made a huge blunder in this one. They could have won this game so easily. They had wings, there was no blocks, no trinket on the side of NG Blue. The game was in their hands, but they got punished by that overlap earlier in the game where they used the bop and the trinket on the blind. And if they'd had either of those cooldowns, They could have lived. They had Spiritlings. They just had to get Rana out of CC, and they could have won that one.
I can't believe it. McWeedy had Blessing of Protection and Trinket. He had 2 ways to get out of that kidney shot, and he decided to sit.
Yep, it was so late.
It needed to be like snap, right, I'm getting out, line of sight, stay alive for 10 more seconds, then win the game. Literally, it's just, that's what needed to happen. It didn't happen, so once again, Northern Gaming Blue, they find victory even in the face of defeat, because that could have easily just been them eliminated from the tournament.
Yep,
so
I agree.
Legends Never Die. They definitely need to be, I think, at least happy with their performance.
They their legend status.
Yeah, they at least put up such a great fight, and I'm looking forward to them competing in the further cups. But